but I forget.
So give us your thoughts on this trailer. What did you think?
Man, I cannot wait for this movie. It's gonna be awesome.
It is. It's gonna be very awesome. You got any more in depth?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, look who it is.
What?
Lil Bill in the building.
Why are you lying?
I'm not.
Scooby?
Lil Bill in the building. Lil Bill in the building. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Honestly brutal. Honestly brutal. Honestly brutal. Honestly. Alright, it's Chris here. Just giving you guys a little heads up. We record a lot of audio, so we're gonna have to split the video into two. So you're gonna get two videos, and naturally things had to get edited out. So if we're talking about one thing and then it kind of naturally cuts to another thing, sorry in advance. Just let me know and we'll get that worked out for you. Also, so you're gonna hear, I believe it's gonna pick up in the middle of our Star Wars conversation, and then it'll go on from there. So yeah, enjoy the show.
The Falcon scene was dope. Whenever you get to see it doing those banks and rolls and shit, trying to evade those TIE fighters. Because, let's be real, as much as I loved the original trilogy, they were very limited in the shit they could do in space. Now they can make these. Now they can make these dog fights really feel like dog fights, and it's gonna be dope.
Yeah, but the only thing I'm scared about, but I trust their track record. Disney, I was scared when they bought out LucasArts because I was like, I don't think they're gonna do it right. I think they're gonna just be one of those we're gonna throw money at it, and it's gonna be like those blockbusters that really don't have substance, but are really cool.
I thought it was gonna be too kiddie, man. Honestly,
but I thought that too. I thought it too.
Man.
But
people legit die.
Yeah, people get murdered in Star Wars. But I trust. Disney hasn't made a bad movie, except Herbie Fully Loaded. But that's another story.
That's a guilty pleasure.
Disney
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie.
But you know what reassures me about these trailers, though, and makes me think that LucasArts got full control, is Disney, their name is not on any of these trailers. It's just LucasArts. I think they're doing that, so...
That is true. I've never seen it.
Because people are going to die. The whole thing, these people are making Death Stars and blowing up planets. But here's the thing, though.
People die in Disney...
yeah, but, you don't have
Disney
anybody
films.
that's blowing up planets and shit.
That's true, but we did see Mufasa get stomped. We saw Scar get stomped.
These are animals, man.
A lot of people died. Oh, what's his face died, and no, they made that story a happy ending. They don't like animals, do they?
I think it's just because they're not people. You can do a lot of stuff with it,
They think it'll be okay. You know what?
Well, that's like in. You can show as much alien blood in movies as you want, but once you start showing, and it'd be PG-13, right? If it's blue blood or some shit, but if it's red blood, human blood, if there's too much of it, they'll slap a rated R on that shit. Because, and you can also see movies that are PG-13, people getting shot in the head and people getting shot all the time, but they don't have blood coming out. They just get shot, and it's PG-13.
If it's just a little bullet hole,
yeah.
But
okay. Once you add the blood effect, getting squirted out, whenever they get shot, then it's rated R. It's very weird.
Which makes no sense to me.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I think maybe it's just the sight of blood that just makes it that much more graphic. Because you could get like shot, and if it's just if it just shows a bullet hole, I think that's less than if you get shot in the head and blood splurts out of his head.
I think people think that movies are way more graphic than they really are if there's a lot of blood. Like Reservoir Dogs, like people always think it's so bad, but like when you watch it, it's like barely anybody dies. It's just that one dude that gets shot. There's so much blood, like the car's full of it, and like he's just in Reservoir Dogs. Like, and he's just like sitting in that warehouse just bleeding, and it's like he's like the only guy in the whole movie basically that gets shot, but it's just so much blood. They're like, oh, people can't handle this.
People, oh my god. Well, I mean, I think it got the ear cutting off of the way they talked about niggas.
That's family stuff though. That's family conversation. Every family talk.
That's family stuff.
But where are we going with all this? Oh yeah, Disney and Star Wars.
Disney, yeah.
I was like you though. I was a little scared whenever I first heard Disney bought all Star Wars.
Yeah, but I trust her track record because I can't name a Disney movie outside of Herbie Fully Loaded, which I don't like. I can't do it. Disney movies are pretty dope. And Frozen. I don't like. Was Frozen Disney?
Yep.
I haven't seen Frozen, so I can't. But people love it, so I mean, it's got to be.
Well, there have been movies that I personally like.
But then again, people loved Hitler.
There's movies that I personally like that just haven't made a lot in the box office. Like, I like that movie Tomorrowland that Disney made. It lost like $100 million.
I bet it did.
I like Tron, Tron was dope, I thought.
I saw like a half of it.
I didn't... I don't know, man. Like, I'll acknowledge that The Lone Ranger wasn't a good movie, but I had an alright time watching it. I've only seen it once, but I left the movie like, I didn't hate it.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be more of like a visual effects type of movie than it was gonna be any substance to it. So I kind of, was in and out of it.
And I'm one of the people that will fight for John Carter. I love that movie.
You know what? It's gonna be you too because John Carter stinks.
Man, see, but Disney now, because of the fact that Tomorrowland lost money and the fact that John Carter, it made back its money, but not by a whole lot. And like the Lone Ranger, the same thing. Like it made back its money, but not by a whole lot. Like Disney is putting the axe on a lot of original ideas. Like they're not going to do the new Tron. They're not going to do a whole lot of movies now because they're scared. So they're only sticking to their animated movies. Their real life adaptation of the animated movies that they had, like Cinderella and shit.
Which they should.
And then Star Wars and then the Avengers movies. So
I think they should because they don't.
Well, I don't know, man, because they have the money to blow.
They're not good.
It's not like they don't got the money to be like, okay, well, they don't need to make a $500 million for each damn movie.
But they're not risk takers like we would. I would keep risking it if I knew I had that type of money coming in. I would be like, okay, let's give them a shot. But they're not risk takers like that. I think
because of the fact that they do have so much money, they think that every movie needs a $150 million budget,
Yeah, that could be true. That could be true. It could be like, if it's not meeting this.
Like, Tomorrowland was a $150 million budget, and then they spend an extra $150 million on advertising.
If you hear their ideas, they need $150 million. Like John Carter, Tomorrowland, those are some high effective visual stuff. Like, you need a lot of money. Maybe not $150 million, but you need a lot of money.
We've seen low budget movies do effects really
dumb it down a little bit.
Because
you know what I'm saying? If they just dumb down some of their ideas or dumb down like something, it would be because Disney has to distinguish themselves between those guys and the others. It's like the only reason, like somebody else would make Avengers, but they want Disney to make it because they got money to throw at it and they can make the Hulk look good. They don't want to make the Hulk look like the 1960 version.
And that's why I think it's so funny when people get are so upset with like Warner Brothers on why they haven't started like their DC cinematic universe like way earlier, and like why they don't have as many movies. It's like they don't realize that Warner Brothers don't got Disney money. Like Disney could make all these Marvel movies, but because they got the money. Like Warner Brothers, they gotta, they had to put out Man of Steel, wait till that movie made a lot of money, then take that money and immediately make Batman vs Superman, and then with that money. Well, I think Batman vs Superman is going to be a game changer because it's going to be $1 billion movie. That's going to supply them.
You think so? I don't think so.
The last two Dark.
I think it'll make a lot. I'm not saying I'm not shortchanging.
$1 billion movies.
Oh well, then never mind. Then I take back what I just said. And whenever you
add Batman and Superman, which I wouldn't even say arguably, I would say definitively they are the two most recognizable heroes in the world. When you add them fighting each other, which is something that everybody talks about, how to win, and now you finally get to see them fight. I think it's going to make a lot of money.
We've already seen it. My nigga Batman would.
No, he will.
Yes, he would have. Because we've already discussed this, Alex. Superman's a punk.
Superman killed Zod in this. Spoiler alert: Superman killed Zod in Man of Steel.
Oh yeah, you get it, and then the spoiler alert afterwards. Well, if they haven't seen it, then
if you really want to see Man of Steel, it's been out for like 2 fucking years. You could have seen it already.
I'm saying, so if you haven't seen it, then you need to just die. But
exactly.
But that I feel like that wasn't that was a shot that they took that wasn't in Superman's character to do. I think they did that just specifically for that movie. But if you seek Superman, what he really is, this man's a punk.
Hey man, I ain't gonna let you slander the greatest superhero in the universe.
But that's the thing. He's like the Cowboys. What I've been saying for the Cowboys for the longest time is they have the talent to be one of the best teams in the league, if not the best team in the league. They got the talent, but for some reason, every year they go 8-8. Now I know last year they went 12-4, and they were like a play away from making it to the NFC Championship. I know that, but at the same time, something always happens to where at the end they disappoint you. That's the same thing as Superman. He has Super Bowl talent, but he doesn't have a Super Bowl mentality. He's just he was like LeBron.
Well, that's what I like his character
broke
for.
Through. He was like LeBron and the 2011 champions against the Mavs. You need to be a killer.
But man, see, that's why I like his character, because you got people like Batman who don't have the powers. He doesn't have the powers, but he's got the mentality that he wants to be a hero. Superman, I like him because he's got everything, but yet he just wants to be a nobody. He just wants to be Clark Kent, man.
Waste.
But see, that's what you see. To me,
Waste.
I'm like, hey man, he's just a person, dog. And that's what I like about the two of their characters. Like, Batman is Batman. Like, Bruce Wayne is the disguise. Superman, in his eyes, Clark Kent's the real one. It's Superman that's the disguise.
Waste. Here's the thing. The fact that Lois Lane, because here's my theory about Lois Lane.
That's what she is.
Lois Lane, yeah, she is. Lois Lane, I forgot his name. Who created? You should know. Who created Superman again?
I'll get back to you on that. Keep talking what you're saying.
Anyways, that nigga, or those niggas, they knew what it was for women to be like it was. The love triangle between Superman, Lois Lane, and Clark Kent. Right. I can't even say that right. Clark Kent is the epitome of what Superman is. Superman is the same. He's Clark Kent and Superman.
Yeah, it's that whole metaphor of your
Lois
eyes
Lane
see
like
what
Superman and not Clark Kent, right?
It's like,
it's a metaphor of how women act. That's what it is.
To answer your previous question, it was created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster.
Yeah, see, I knew it was two guys.
It sounds super Jewish. I'm sure that.
It really does. Superman probably started off as like a fairy tale in the concentration camps Like, don't worry, a Superman guy is gonna come and save us all. He was probably that's probably what it was. He was probably Jesus. I'm trying to tell you.
I mean, Superman happened before the Holocaust, why he was, though. Well, wait, when did the Holocaust happen?
40 in the 39 to 40. Oh, yeah, he was. My bad. But you know what? Shut up. I know what I'm talking about.
But I get what you're saying, man. Superman,
whatever.
He is comic book Jesus, man. You know, in a lot of ways, you know, there's so many lists out there where people compare and contrast Jesus and Superman. But here's the difference between Jesus, or maybe the similarity. They were both rolling around in the pussy.
That is not true. We're not going to have a blasphemous show.
Well, okay.
We're not going to do it.
As far as we know, Superman was only with Lois Lane. But, you know, Jesus with that Mary Magdalene, you know, getting it on.
We're not going to have a blasphemous show, Alex. We're going to move on.
Anyway.
I thought you were going to go, they were both humble.
Oh,
but, you know,
well.
That works too, I guess.
They were both humble. But anyway, so... What was I saying? Batman vs Superman. Tons of money. That's what's going to happen. And only a couple months after Star Wars.
I think, you know what?
It comes out in like March.
Oh, it does come out in March, doesn't it? That's crazy.
Yeah, it comes out a couple weeks before Captain America Civil War comes out. Which is kind of the same movie. Because Captain America Civil War, you know, the title says it. It's like Captain America versus Iron Man. And then they each got their own team.
Oh, it's gonna be dope too. There's just so many superhero movies coming out.
X-Men comes out.
It's too much. It's too much for me.
Year.
Oh, it wasn't that. What's it called? X-Men. Apocalypse. Yeah,
that's gonna be dope too.
That's gonna be Then they got Suicide Squad coming out.
Yeah, that August. That's gonna be. I'm waiting for that one too, man. Oh, Deadpool comes out that year also. I think in like February.
Deadpool. Which, by the way, I was thinking like Ryan Reynolds is the best worst person to play Deadpool.
I think he's the best just because he's got that kind of personality down.
But he's also the worst.
And he's the worst because...
so that's why he's the best, but he's the worst because he's...
I don't know why he's the worst.
Because he stinks. Because Green Lantern. He can do Green Lantern and R.I.P.D.
Man.
And what else?
Okay, Green Lantern, I don't think it was entirely his fault. There were so many things wrong with that movie.
It wasn't entirely his fault. His character was entirely his fault. The way he portrayed Green Lantern.
He should not have been Hal Jordan.
Everything else,
he should not have been Hal Jordan. He should have been, what's that other,
that's what I'm saying.
Kyle Rayner, like the newer Green Lantern. He's got that kind of like weird cocky attitude. Yeah. Like Hal Jordan is kind of cocky, but he's not like Ryan Reynolds. Like they needed somebody better.
I don't like Ryan Reynolds. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. I don't like Ryan Reynolds.
I like him in...
I don't think he's good. I don't think he's ever been good. I think he's good. He's a good... Yeah, I think he's good situationally. I think as an actor as a whole, he's not good.
I think his comedy fits perfectly with Deadpool. I feel like if he was only an actor for one movie ever,
he can portray
it
Deadpool's
should be
comedy.
Deadpool. Like if he was only ever going to be in one movie,
yeah,
I'd be okay with it if it's just Deadpool.
He can do Deadpool, but I just feel like he may not. I don't know. I think they're gonna have to. They can save him. I think they can save him.
Oh yeah, I think.
But anything else, I don't like Ryan. I don't like Ryan Reynolds.
Cool thing about Deadpool is I think they pretty much agreed that it's gonna be linked up to the X-Men universe. It's in the same universe.
Yeah,
because they got Colossus in there in the Deadpool movie. Which is dope because he was super underused in the X-Men movies. Like he was just like there for like 2 scenes and he just like showed up to save some kids. I was like, Colossus is a dude that could turn into metal. Like why aren't y'all using him?
Yeah, that's you know who I was just thinking who's underused, but he really should be underused because he's, if you really think about it, he's more of a he's a better comic book villain than he is like a movie villain. Oh, yeah. Excuse me, Galacticus.
Yep.
Like you can't. Yeah, he's a better comic book villain than he is.
He's like just so big. Like, how are they going to fight him? It's just
How do you portray him? Yeah, how do you portray him? How do you fight him?
In that one
Like,
Fantastic Four
weird.
movie, they just made him like a space cloud.
Which was
kind of very similar to Green Lantern with that dude who's just like a yellow cloud of doo doo.
Yeah,
I was like, well, that's fucking stupid. But yeah, I was like, what?
Oh, it was such a bad movie.
I remember when I first heard Galactus was going to be the bad guy in that Fantastic Four. I was like, yeah, and then like I saw it, and all he was like a cloud that kind of had a hand. I was like, what the shit is this? Like, how can you make Silver Surfer look? Although it's hard to mess up Silver Surfer, like, how can you make the Silver Surfer look exactly like the comic book, and then just like Galactus is just like some cloud, some space cloud.
Galactus is just some poo cheese cloud.
I was like,
now it's kind of just hard to imagine like a man walking in space. It's just weird.
And I mean that outfit,
where does his
man,
feet
like that's
go?
a comic book outfit.
That's a comic book guy. Yeah, you can't have that in real life.
No. Well, I think he can shrink sizes. He can make himself bigger or make himself smaller. But he's just always
true.
big. Which I think, yeah, he's a hard character to make into a movie because he's so big, like how they can't fight him. Like the Fantastic Four are human sized, just like they can't do nothing.
What do you do?
It's like at least most,
like, and he eats planets. Like,
exactly.
What do you do?
Like most good villains are, either barely bigger than the hero or just around the same size. Because
this dude's bigger than planets. Like, how do you fight that? I think he should be the top villain of all time because no one can. How do you stop him? I haven't read in the comic books where he was in where they stopped him, which they probably did some goofy. Yeah, they probably did some goofy thing where there's a button on his left hamstring. If you press it, he'll die.
Well, I know
they probably did something like that.
I know Thanos can beat him.
Well, yeah. Doesn't he have those
Infinity Gauntlet?
Infinity. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like the dark side of the DC. He's like the dark side of Marvel.
He looks just like Darkseid.
Oh, he fucking is, man. I think he's got like the weird chin lines and then the outfit. Darkseid is one of my favorite, and I really hope to put him in the. I have a feeling he's going to be the Justice League bad guy.
Oh, they are making a Justice League, aren't they? Yeah, well, I'm trying to think who could be.
It's gotta be Darkseid because he's kind of the first real bad guy in all the Justice League comic books. He's kind of the guy that brings them all together, especially in the New 52 run, the new comics. He's the guy that he attacked Earth, and then all the heroes had to get together and fight him. But he's one of those guys he started off as a villain to these guys called the New Gods, which was a comic book series about these superheroes. It's very much it's like DC's Guardians of the Galaxy. It's very space opera-y. It's these gods out in space and they're always fighting. And then he became a Superman villain, and then Justice League. But he's just one of those guys.
They kind of just demoted him to being a Superman villain.
He's tough, man. He's just one of those guys that. But Superman's got some, Doomsday could be a guy. Well, the rumor is Doomsday is going to be the guy that unites Batman and Superman at the end of Batman v Superman.
No, that's Doomsday's that dude. You get downgraded as a villain if you go from being a whole group of superheroes villain to being the Chris Bosh of the group's villain. That's a downgrade. That's a downgrade.
Man,
you go from the whole team. You go from the Miami Heat down to Chris's Bosh villain.
Nah, man, it was an upgrade for him because that really put him on the map.
Superman is the Chris Bosh of the
Superman villain. Even though they're not that famous, they could beat the shit out of anybody else. Because all his villains got
because they have to because of his abilities.
Except for that, you got that Mr. Mixelplix, who's that midget magician dude.
All right, man. We gonna have to get to my boy Drake, cause that Hotline Bling video, like, which by the way might be the greatest video of all time. The Hotline Bling video. I would do that. I feel like if I made a video, it would be that. That's
it's
what
just
I would
how
do.
I dance.
Because I would just dance. It's just it's exactly how I dance in real life, and it's just me dancing with super.
Like
thick
whenever
women.
I do the dishes, I put on music and I just start fucking boogieing, and that's what it looks like.
Do a little hand move, like I'm just thinking they like advertise to get like professional women dancers. Yeah. They could probably do like all these Usher type moves,
and then they just do some stupid
and
shit.
they just did like some body waves,
ever, like,
and then like some little finger
it's
pokes.
Just bad, man. You ever just like dance in your house and you think you're killing it? Like in your head, like you're just killing it so good and hard, and then like you see yourself in a mirror.
Okay, hang on, wait a minute. I'm not gonna let you slide by saying good and hard.
So you're killing it so good, right? And you're doing it hardly, and you like see yourself in a mirror.
Wait.
But okay, for real though, like you're killing it, right? Good. And then like you catch yourself in the mirror, and then like you realize, oh like, man, like that's what I was doing.
Look like a dork. Nah, that never happened because I always dance good.
You might dance good, but I dance good and hard.
I dance.
But anyway, let's get to Paperin had something he wants to talk about regarding Star Wars.
I'm sorry. Let's take the rest of our show before he finally gets to.
But let's see. The Star Wars, the Battlefront beta was out, last week? 2 weeks ago?
I think, yeah, somewhere in that time.
Now,
I can't remember.
How'd you feel about that after playing it?
Well, Paperin, how did you feel about that?
Okay. Let's turn it on me.
I feel like he didn't know that.
I like the graphics they put in it. I like the sound.
They do look good.
It's the game just looks awesome. But after you get into it and start playing, you start to realize that the gameplay kind of sucks a bit.
I haven't played it yet.
It feels like yeah.
Okay, have you played Battlefront 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Or either or?
Just think of
the second one.
Think of that one.
Okay, so
minus half the features.
Okay, so it plays like it as far as like movements, shooting, like all that stuff like that. How the battle takes place. It's a little bit more cinematic-y because EA's doing that. It's basically Battlefield, but Star Wars. But they took out the classes,
right.
So you don't have classes anymore.
That's pretty dumb.
How you get your special weapons is you have to find power-ups like on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Which is dumb, by the way. And that's how you get vehicles. That's how you get maybe like a rocket launcher. Everybody gets like this. Well, you can get it
by power-ups.
Like a sniper that's pretty much like a headshot.
What the hell is this, Mario Kart?
Like little coins or something.
Like everywhere.
Yeah, it's basically like Mario, but you're wandering in the battlefield, and you hit it, and it'll be like, shoom, you got a smart rocket launcher, and then that's how you get a rocket launcher.
And
there's no classes.
The best thing about those is are they don't like shuffle; they're always in the same spot.
They're always in the same spot.
So it's predictable.
And the only thing that shuffles would be
so you could just farm the spot for the heroes or whatever.
Almost basically. The only thing is those heroes switch it up a little. The heroes switch up a little bit. That's the other thing. It doesn't reward you for being like the best player on the team or like one of the best players on the team with being a hero. You have to find the hero power up coin thingy.
Well, how's the story?
And then that's how you become Luke or Darth Vader.
How's the story?
Suck.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Beta. Y'all just played the beta, right?
I don't remember them seeing Yeah, it just had like 2 multiplayer.
It's kind of disappointing. I was kind of hoping it'd be really good.
It
Yeah,
I think it can. They have time to change it because it's not hard to add classes. That completely changed the whole game because if you had you have vehicles like the ATST just murdered everybody. You stand no chance with the ATST going on.
Yeah.
And you have to find the rocket thing or whatever, something to give you a chance. It plays just like Battlefield, which I mean,
I say Battlefield like
in essence, that's kind of what Battlefront is.
Trying to get at that,
but it just took away the Battlefront. It took away the Battlefront-y feel from it. It
took away the teamwork.
It was fun, but it wasn't like it didn't give you that Battlefront 2 feeling. You
have to think that I blame Disney, man, because
I blame EA because EA makes poo. EA gets away with a lot of things because it's the only one to make the games that they make.
Right. They have
like Madden
business tactics.
Madden, they purchased the rights to the NFL, so no one can make any NFL game. They can make football games, but you can't use NFL teams or players. So they're doing that. A lot of people just stopped making NFL games.
Yeah, because
football
everybody
games.
wants to.
So they have that,
and
they put out. Yeah, and they put out this. They basically put out the same game. Excuse me, every year, but they add like something different, or they take away something different, or because they do a little bit here and there. Like
when in reality, all they could do for their Madden games is just like make updates that you could download, like graphic updates or some shit.
Which I go. I mean, it's cool, but when you have competition like that, like 2K, like they don't have NBA rights, but they had 2K can make its game, and you can see how nobody likes NBA Live.
Oh, the graphics suck
every year,
and
nobody
the controls
likes
suck.
NBA. The controls suck, the gameplay, everything, and that's why they go to 2K every year. Because it stinks, but they have the rights to NFL. No one's making a game like Battlefront. Battlefield. They have the rights to that, so they can just if they wanted to, they can put it out every year like Call of Duty does.
All they have to do is just add something fancy.
Which they really do.
Put a new $60 price tag. Or $70 because they like to do.
They get away with it because
was
they
EA
know people
responsible
are
for making 1313? Who's going to make that?
I don't know.
Because I'll never forget, that's the one thing that really bugged me about the Disney buyout of LucasArts is the getting rid of 1313. Because that shit was going to be dope.
I don't know if EA was going to make that, but it would have been good if EA didn't do it. I would say that much. EA ruins. They were voted the worst company, not video game company, not publisher of video. They were voted the worst company like ever. I forgot what year it was. They were over Starbucks, Walmart stinks. They don't.
In reality, they don't make any bad decisions. They just make money. That's all they care about. They make money. Like.
It's like Hollywood almost. They do things to make money.
Yo,
that's it.
And you know who's really hurting it? It's the gamer. That's because we just buy it.
Because they don't care. They don't care. Yeah. But here's the thing. I can't even blame them. I really don't blame them. I blame us. Yeah. I blame me because I buy Madden every year.
Stupid.
I blame me. But Madden is dope every year, and some of the changes are worth the buy. But I was like, it should have been there already. But the changes are worth the buy. But they should have been there already.
Yo.
But we don't.
But do you know what a good Star Wars game was?
I just want to punch.
Did y'all ever play Republic Commando?
Yo.
I think so.
I didn't finish it.
I don't think I did either. But that game was my jam.
Yo.
Now
that was real. That was super real.
The graphics were dope, and you get to command like your little unit and like.
Yeah.
And it was like a first person shooter. It was dope as shit.
It made it. It was grimy. It made.
Oh yeah,
you
were killing people. You were just shooting them.
You were, and there was like little blue blood everywhere.
Yeah.
And it was crazy.
That game was dope. They were going to make a sequel, but they never did.
I wanted them to, cause what you call it? Me and Green used to play that all the time.
That game's so dope.
And we used to play Battlefront.
And it's
all
a
the
different
time.
side of Star Wars, because I love Jedi and lightsabers, but sometimes it's cool to have that futuristic just shooter that's good. And like
it was like Star Wars Episode 3 when they had, because when you finally see the clones and they have like an updated thing of clones, like you,
and they feel like an army because they all got kind of personality. And like their uniforms are different, and they're like ranked based off of the color of their uniforms. Because like in Attack of the Clones, like they just showed up.
It felt like Call of Duty. It felt like Call of Duty for Star Wars.
It did, and it was dope. And you know what's even doper? You know that new Star Wars movie coming out after this one, that Rogue One? It's gonna be.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Well, because
is that 7? Is that 8? Or is that...
There's going to be a new Star Wars movie like every year, right? It's going to be they're going to be crisscrossing it. So like this year, it's Star Wars Episode 7. Next year, it's a movie called Rogue One, a Star Wars story. They were calling them Star Wars anthologies, and then after that,
like a Lifetime.
Yeah, and then after that, it's going to be Star Wars Episode 8. But anyway, this Rogue One, it's set before Episode 4. And it's like a legit like war movie. Like it's just gonna be following this squadron of rebels, and they're like trying to, they're like going on a mission. I think it says they're going on a mission to recover the plans for the Death Star. And so it's like, and from the posters, it looks like the characters are grimy looking, you know. Like the soldiers, it's gonna be like a war. Like the guy who's directing it, Gareth Edwards, he's like, it's gonna be a war movie. he's like, it's gonna be a war movie set in the Star Wars universe.
I don't know if I trust it because at the end of the day, Disney has it.
I don't know, man. But like, remember, like I said, like they're not putting their name on these things. Like I'm sure they will, but like they're not putting their name on like all these posters and stuff. Like it's just LucasArts. Like they're kind of just showing that, we're paying for all this movies and we're going to get money, but this is, we're going to let y'all.
You may be right. I think it was a money opportunity. I don't think they want to.
They don't want to break what's not broken.
Own it. I don't think they want to own it.
Yeah.
They just want the rights.
And I trust this director, man. They got the dude who made Godzilla doing this Rogue One. And say what
the newest Godzilla.
Oh.
Well.
Man, say what you want. He's got the look down. Cause I give you that. I give you that. Godzilla. He just directed with honestly with that script, man. If you can make the movie look as good as it did, can you? If you had a good script, I mean, you could do something really good. And I think he's going to do something really good.
Yeah, I just...
Because what were the coolest parts of that movie?
Disappointed me, though.
Godzilla, for one.
I don't know.
Was super dope.
Yeah, but... the 3 seconds
but man,
he was on the screen?
that Halo jump out of that plane, though, with the soldiers, and then whenever they landed...
Yeah, but I thought that was going to mean something. It meant nothing.
No, but I mean, it looked cool, though.
Yeah, but I don't...
But all I'm saying though is that director knows style. Like if it was a good script,
yeah. But okay, here's the thing though. If it looks cool, but it doesn't have that substance that it needs.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's the same thing.
They brought an old Star Wars. They brought Lawrence Kasdan, the guy who wrote the Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. They brought him on to write this movie. And they got some other guy. I can't remember what his name is. He wrote Edge of Tomorrow. They got him to help him write it. So they got 2 really good writers working on this movie. And then Gareth Edwards is just going to focus on the directing. I think they got a good team.
We'll see. I will see, because right now, if Godzilla's your only thing right now, it's not looking good for it. It's not looking good.
I like it, man. Just from a directorial standpoint, just from the vision of it, it's good.
I just feel like as a director, here's the thing, because I don't know, because you're our resident movie guy. I don't know. I'm now starting to learn what a director does,
like a manager,
like what in the final product. I'm trying to think like, okay, that was because I'm hearing like reviews of different like shows and movies, and they go like, see that shot right there, they did that, the director told him to get that shot. I'm like, okay, so the director does this, because my view of a director previously in my lifetime was just an action and cut guy, and that's it. And he goes like, oh, move this over here, and then that's it. Now I'm starting to learn that, okay, the scene, how it plays out. I know it was written by the screenwriters and but the scene how it plays out, that's how he directs. I'm starting to learn. I'm starting to learn that. The
execution of the words
at the same time.
The execution of what the script says.
Yeah,
that's the director. He tells them, all right, you need to show this type of emotion. But now, what a lot of people also get confused with, like the look of a movie, is a lot of the times the look of a movie that you see, like if it's the color scheme or like really beautiful looking shots, like people just assume that's the director, but a lot of that is really the cinematographer. He's the guy that has like the eye, like, okay, well, I think the camera should be like right here. Like the director's telling the people what to do, right? And then the cinematographer would be like, I think the camera should be in this angle so you get this light. And so like movies like did you watch Prisoners? Like, you know how it's got like that real kind of like that darkish type of tone, like a really gray tone.
Dark, like it's always overcast.
Yeah, like that's the job of cinematographers. They find a color scheme that they want the movie to look like, and then that's how they shoot. Like some movies are like really bright, and some like Man of Steel kind of had like that bronzish look to it, where everything kind of looked real bronze, and like 300. Like that's a cinematographer's job.
To my point, which is, I felt like it was his fault that the movie turned out the way it did. Because if he has the power to make it so, hey, Godzilla should have been shown more, I think if he had that decision, he didn't make the decision, he lost it with me. If someone told him, okay, this is how it's going to be, you just kind of, play with it a little bit. I see where you're coming
from, like, and I get it, because everybody wants more Godzilla. But for me, it's a
Godzilla movie.
But like for me, like as a guy who loves like those old kind of monster movies, like especially Steven Spielberg type movies, where like they don't show the thing until like the last act of the movie. Like
that's because they couldn't.
Yeah, but it's just I just liked it though. Like, and I think also it's a very good technique, because I mean in Jaws they could have showed a fake shark the whole movie, but he used it, as a timing thing. Like, oh right, I think we should just build up suspense. Even in Jurassic Park, like you didn't see nothing for like 40 minutes.
You felt in Jaws, you felt the shark. Like you didn't get to see it a lot, but when you saw it, you felt the shark, and you felt the presence throughout the movie. In Godzilla, you didn't. You were hoping that they would finally show something of Godzilla. Because I didn't feel like Godzilla was there. I felt like it was, I'm going to stop this bomb, or we had to detonate this bomb movie. Like I felt like that's what it was. I felt like it was an EOD movie featuring Godzilla. I didn't feel Godzilla's presence until Godzilla came in.
Now, would I complain if Godzilla was in there a lot more? Oh hell no! I think that would have been amazing. But I did like how they ended up. But now I think a Godzilla sequel, and I think they've said it before. Like, because he is doing the sequel. Like, they said that now that Godzilla has been introduced in the first movie, like, the sequel is going to be pretty much him doing his thing the whole movie.
Because here's the thing about and this may be sacrilegious, this may be blasphemous, but I think the Matthew Broderick Godzilla was better than the Aaron Taylor Johnson Godzilla.
From the point of there being a monster throughout the whole thing, I would agree with the fact that because from the point of everything. I don't think so. But I think
except maybe Except maybe the acting. The acting was a little shoddy.
But, here's some news you might like. They just confirmed. All right, so a couple weeks ago, they showed that Universal is acquiring King Kong. No, Universal is lending out. I said that wrong. Universal is supposed to be making the next Kong movie, but they're lending it out to Warner Brothers and Lionsgate. And they announced that they are in 2020. They're going to do Godzilla versus King Kong.
That's gonna be. I hope they.
You'll see 2 minutes of fighting.
They do it right. Dang, that's because it's crazy. Because
they got to make
the best
King
one
Kong
would have been
bigger,
the Matthew
man.
Broderick one.
They got to make King Kong.
That's what I'm saying.
Because this Godzilla is fucking huge.
The best one would have been Matthew Broderick because the Japanese one is monstrous.
Well, yeah. Well, in the Japanese King Kong versus Godzilla, they were just two dudes in costumes, so they were the same size. But I mean, this Godzilla is huge in this new movie.
That's what I'm saying.
But they got time to figure it out because what they're doing is they're making Kong Skull Island, right? Which is going to be dope because that whole movie is set on that island. Which I'm kind of bummed. Well, the thing that bums me out was whenever they originally were going to make the movie, it was just going to be called Skull Island. And it was just going to be about that island. Like, it wasn't necessarily about King Kong. Like, it was just going to be these people on the island. They see all the monsters that are there. Like the dinosaurs and the giant bugs. But then once Universal lent the movies to Warner Brothers, they're like, oh, okay, now let's make it a King Kong movie. So now it's called Kong Skull Island. And so what they're doing is they're going to make that. Then they're making Godzilla 2. And then after Godzilla 2 is going to be King Kong versus Godzilla. So they got 2 movies to figure out the whole size issue. So what I think they're going to do is they're going to make King Kong bigger than he has been, And I think they're going to find some way to make Godzilla smaller, like some sort of radiation thing, just to bring him down a little bit. You know
what? Yeah, they might just make King Kong bigger. They might just make him Godzilla size,
which they can.
That's not too out of the way. I mean,
this is a whole new King Kong, man, because they're changing the whole mythology because everybody knows the original King Kong. He fucking dies. He goes to New York and he dies. So if he never goes to New York in this new storyline, it's a whole new ballpark. They can make him as big as they want.
I think that was symbolism for. I think King Kong is symbolism for racism. It was the creator's way of saying, niggas, you better not touch our white women.
You can say that, and that makes a lot of sense. Or you can also say it's man's destructive nature against Mother Nature itself.
Yeah. No, it was black you nigglets, stay away from our white women. Yeah, man, destructive nature. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah. But no, it was that was their guy. They're like, oh no, it's just men's destructive nature. That's what we created it for. And then behind the scenes, they're like, these niggas better get away from our white women.
Dog.
That's what it really was.
But anyway, so I think it's gonna be good universe sharing. Now, a lot of people are upset because before they got the rights to King Kong, they were gonna do a Pacific Rim Godzilla kind of crossover.
Ooh.
But the problem with that is Pacific Rim did not make enough money. Like, they barely made back their budget.
Oh, yeah.
Dog, I'm a fan of Pacific Rim.
Because it stinks.
I like Pacific Rim.
I'll say this. I say stinks, but it didn't stink. It just wasn't good.
No.
It wasn't. It was a beat 'em up movie.
Exactly. And that's
just what it was.
From a robot fighting monster movie.
That's what it was. But don't tell me it was good. Don't tell me it was something special.
It was
Just tell me it was a beat 'em up movie.
I said it was a good movie.
It was a solid movie.
It was a beat 'em up movie, and that's what it was.
It was a good movie because it gave me everything I wanted. It gave me robots. It gave me monsters. And it gave me a hot Asian chick. You just throw in one hot Asian chick in the movie, and I'm good.
You know what? They could have put what's her face from the Wolverine movie.
Oh.
that would have ruined the movie.
Oh, you talking about the ugly one?
What's her name?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the hot one that Wolverine was going after.
No. I mean, that would have.
Oh man.
Oh Lord.
She was.
Oh Lord.
Oh. But no, that ugly one. Yeah, she had a big ass head. It was like she looked like Asian stew.
What is her name?
I don't know, man. The world doesn't need to know her name.
She is so ugly. Here's a top 10. I'm not top 10. Top 3. Well, I think that's the most attractive Asian ladies I've ever seen.
Oh, the one in the Wolverine?
3. We'll do 3. The Wolverine movie. We'll do Wolverine movie.
And she was actually a pretty good
Jamie
actress.
Chung.
Like I think that's like the only real movie she's done. But I mean, she didn't take me out of it. Of course, it's kind of hard to tell with foreign actors because they don't speak your language, so you don't know if they're like fully delivering their lines well.
You don't know if they're good or
not. You know, in Japan they could be like, "Oh, she fucking sucks."
They're probably like, look at her butt, it's big, and the way she just says her words just stinks. Japanese people are so weird. I think we failed Japan. But before we get into Japan, the top 3 people, top 3 Asian ladies: Jamie Chung, woman from Wolverine, and Gugu, what's her name from Kill Bill?
Oh, the go-go chick,
Lucy Liu's. Yeah, Go-Go, Gugu, whatever her name is.
Yeah, man, she was hot. And it was very weird whenever I first saw that because I was a kid, and then like she killing people. And she killed that boy for liking her, and I was like, "Oh my god, I love her so much."
You kind of, I have a weird. Paper thinks I'm weird because I like that. Because I thought, what's her face from Terminator 3?
Ooh, yeah.
When she licked the blood, I was like, "Ooh, oh Lord, oh Lord."
I tell you, women can do some nasty stuff and it look good.
And it looked. See, I told you I was
like,
weird.
okay, I was watching Jurassic World, right? And I was watching the deleted scenes, and one of them, like, you know, they come across some dinosaur poop, right? And it's like dried up poop, and so he like rubs it on himself to like mask his scent and everything. And so, like, she's like, "Oh, I don't want to do that." And he's like, "You know, you got to do it." So then she does it, and like she's like rubbing it like on her leg, but she's like lifting up her skirt and like shows her thigh, and like shows Chris Pratt's face. Like, he's just looking at her like, "Oh." And so he's like, "Oh, you got to like put it on your chest." So then he like rubs it on her chest, and she's like moving her shirt, and then I was like, "Damn, I never thought a girl rubbing poop could be so sexy."
It could be. I'm saying, like, it's just.
Oh God!
They can make things sexy that shouldn't be.
Okay, so I'm looking at the cast for that Rogue One Star Wars movie, and this is the most diverse cast I've ever seen in a movie ever. And they got the cinematographer from Zero Dark Thirty.
Oh, that's my movie.
That movie.
That's my movie. And Jessica Chastain.
That movie did 3 good things. It showed us killing Osama. Dope. It brought Chris Pratt into Hollywood because he played one of the Navy SEALs.
Yeah, 2.
And it made me fall in love with my girl Jessica Chastain.
3Z.
Bam.
Who I get sometimes confused with Bryce Dallas Harper.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know she was chubby. She used to be chubby.
Yeah, she was. Which
brings me to another life point of fat shaming needs to happen, because if we can get that out of a chubby girl,
because Bryce Dallas Howard went from a hot chubby girl to a smoking hot fit girl.
Why are we trying to take that away from people? Stop it.
Man, I don't know what it was in Jurassic World. I don't know if it
good.
was a mixture of her hairdo, because I'm not going to lie, I dig that hairdo on girls. If it was a mixture of her hair.
She was just dirty.
Or what? But it was just so hot. I was like, oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
And Jessica Chastain, I'll credit her with making me fall in love with redheads, man. Because I think whenever you're a kid, like you see stuff like South Park, and they're always making fun of like gingers, and like whenever you see a redhead girl, you're just like, But one, not all redhead girls got freckles, man. They all don't look disgusting. And two, you got Jessica Chastain out there holding it down, Bryce Dallas Howard holding it down, Christina Hendricks, big titty girl from Mad Men.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh.
I think that's the only three, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, I feel like.
The when she was redhead, Enderlise Vanderpool.
Oh yeah. Yep. Redheads girl.
Who may be. I think that's who got me. I think that's who subliminally got me into him. Because I wasn't like, oh god, gingers. But right. I mean, I was like, you know. But she did it for me. Chelsea did it for me.
Yep. Yeah, man. Because it showed you that not all of them got freckles, and although I'm not gonna lie, there's some chicks with the face freckles, the cheek freckles. That shit's hot. I just don't like it when the freckles cover up their whole body. Like it's
like a Lucy Liu type freckles is okay.
Yeah, or I can't even think of the name right now, but there's some girl that's just got like some freckles on her face, just like on her cheeks, and it's freaking hot. But
what did she look? What did she play in? Was she like an actor?
Not gonna lie, it might have been a porn star.
Okay.
I don't. Oh, you know, I don't know him like you do, but I'm not too far behind. I'm not too far behind.
I'm telling you, man,
we can name us some porn
It's
stars.
sometimes a struggle whenever there's like a super hot porn star and you want to tell people about how hot she is, but then you'd have to admit that
they
she's
do
a porn
some
star.
nasty things.
Like, oh dang, where'd you find this girl? Oh, man.
I mean, you know,
she was hanging upside down with rope wrapped around her boobies.
In a baseball bat up her butt.
Oh, God.
That's papering type of stuff right there.
I know, but yeah. Whew.
Well, we went from Star Wars to baseball bat.
Hang on. What's the weirdest thing you searched?
Man, I don't know if I want to say that.
That's classified.
We're starting with paper.
Start with paper.
Okay, well then go to the one you're most comfortable with.
The type of genre?
No, what you've actually typed in the box.
Oh man, I got to think about that for a second.
I mean, and if it comes down to like, I don't remember exactly, but the genre, then okay, we'll go with that.
Because I don't know, I feel like my answer would be like something along, like, you know, whenever like you've seen the scene before, but you didn't know what it was, so you try and like type in like what happens like during the scene, and so like it just ends up sounding like super weird. Like whenever I was trying to find that video of that dude suplexing that chick, I was like, girl getting power bombed by a big ass black dude, and she got some big titties, and then it's just like a whole sentence of like random ass things, and then like you find it though, but it's just like whenever you're trying to find a video like and you're trying to type in what happened, it's just like so weird. Like secretary didn't do her job right, now she has to go talk to her boss.
Now she has to white man asking black man where her husband is.
Yeah.
She thinks he is killed.
Yeah, exactly. Again, like some.
All right, paper. Here we go.
Shit,
you said, wait, hang on. Okay, here's the guidelines though. If you're not gonna say the worst you've ever searched,
say the worst you've ever.
Say that it's not the worst you ever searched. So that way I know how nasty you are.
Say what?
If you because I said, what's the worst thing you ever searched, and you go like, I don't know if I want to say that or that's classified. If you're not going to say that, then tell me that it's not that. I already know it's not that because you said it earlier. But tell me it's not that, so I can know how nasty you are. Go ahead, go.
No, it's pretty bad. prefer not to go there.
Is it really? Hang on, wait a minute now.
Sometimes you gotta
have to do with chicks with wieners.
I'll blur it. How about this? I'll blur it out. I promise you, I'll blur it out.
No, that's all right.
I swear. I will blur it out.
No.
Just say it.
That's all right.
Type it into Steam.
No.
I don't. How am I gonna take a picture?
No, that's nasty.
Oh, okay, but it can't be that bad.
It can't be worse than
you think that's
She-Mails,
disgusting.
It
can't be that. It can't be that bad.
It's really weird.
It's a paper, and I've typed in looking for Star Wars like porn.
What?
Is it weird specific, or is it a weird?
It was anime porn, wasn't it?
What they're doing.
No.
It probably was. No. It was like,
you know what? I ain't even gonna lie right now.
Oh God!
I've probably seen.
Don't finish.
I've probably seen about every type of porn that there is.
Okay,
wait, I thought you were gonna say something.
Have you?
I'm not gonna lie. Well, okay, not
close.
gay porn. I mean, well, okay, hold on. Let me rephrase that.
Whoa.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
Well, it depends.
Depends on what you classify as seen. Because, like, sometimes it should just be, whenever you're scrolling through.
Okay, I get you.
Then it just pops
So you didn't go and click it like, okay, I want to watch this.
Let's see how this looks today.
Okay, all right. Just I understand that because sometimes it do be popping up and you be like, ugh, like.
But anyway,
like you'll search.
Oh no, what were you saying?
Go ahead, Paper. I was gonna say you'll search Deep Throat and you'll see like a dude. I'm like, I don't
want. Oh yeah.
And you'll even click straight. Like it just.
Shit will just happen.
All right, Paper. You're not avoiding this, Paper. Go ahead.
What?
Type it into Steam.
Oh man, that's some dark stuff.
It's
okay. If it's not she-mails, how much darker can it be?
I mean, I've seen more
really
she-mail
weird
stuff than I would care to admit.
What?
Some of them.
I won't judge you.
Girls are.
We won't judge you. See, Alex just said
they're really hard to tell, man. Like if you just see a thumbnail and you see some titties, like you just see some titties and like you don't see nothing else, you're like, damn. And then like you click on it, and then not till like, and sometimes during them types of videos, you don't even realize it's not a girl till like, whenever they go into like a certain position,
they speak.
Yeah, well, no, a lot of them don't even. Well, that depends on if you watch with the sound on, because sometimes you don't got headphones with you.
Oh yeah.
So, and it just depends on like once they get to a position where like you see the front of them, you're just like, okay, just.
Like he got quieter.
Yeah.
It's like when you see them with the dicks and everything. And I just
but it's just like once you see it, you feel so mad because you may or may not have touched your dick at the beginning of that video. Like whenever you're under the impression it was a girl, and that's what I feel like it would be like in real life. Like if you get like a blowjob from somebody and then like you go take off their pants and you see they got a dick.
Surprise!
Oh God, that's
my biggest fear in life.
Oh, that's such a bad position to be in. Like, like, cause how do you get out of that situation
without being
without?
Even though really you're not, because that's something somebody should really tell you beforehand.
Yeah.